You're watching third episode, 2011 season. I'm Aaron Swan.
And I'm Matt Bowman. Welcome to Mainframe Outdoors.
This episode, we're going to bring to you, we got a doe hunt from one of our pro staffers, flying solo in the stand. But we're going to start out by heading over to Six Lakes, talk with Brett Wise. He's going to give you a little informational video on how to cape out a deer. Something good to use in the field, good for anybody, any hunter to know. Gives you the basics, how-to steps, so
let's head on over to Monumount Taxidermy to catch up with Brett.
The most skin you'll ever need to keep, even if you want to do a wall pedestal later, will be just go about an inch below the brisket. Cut it right off. Get it out of your way. Again, the only one that's not idiotically critical, but it's a good idea to take it, is right from the end of the nose to the corner of the eye, which that is 7.5 inches. Get the meat. You can keep this coming down with it as you go, it's a lot easier. You get through that, you just keep picking away right against the meat. You'll never cut the skin. You do that and you'll never put a hole in it. With that, you can work all the way down to the very back of the skull and actually separate the very last vertebrae. What you're looking for is that little hole right there. Or is cut right back to right in between the ears. And you want to try to press really hard to minimize the amount of times you want to cut through there, because every time you cut you can have some hairs get cut off. You know, this is a lot easier if you do it immediately after you kill the animal. It's still warm, it comes off there a whole lot better. But I don't hardly ever get them like that. Okay, there's your eye right there. You're going to keep bringing this down. Pretty soon you're going to feel that bone right there. That's the back of that eye orbit. To keep from cutting your eyelid off, that'll keep all of that tissue right out of the way so you don't cut your eyelids off. Next common injury is a big old gash in the tear duct, which is nothing. Either between doing this or just flushing them, it's not uncommon to cut the tear duct, but it gets glued and tucked down in. So if you do, it ain't nothing. Now we're getting down to the mouth. Bring this chin down a little bit. Easiest way to do this is start right back here in that corner. Just put a cut right in there. Keep your thumb right in there and pull forward on that. You actually mount the deer head, you don't use hardly any of that. And generally I'll bring that thing all the way down to where I'm right at the corner of the mouth, because you only need 1/4 of an inch of it. Gives you a good handle. You get to the nose, a little easier to finish this bottom jaw right off and have it done. And you don't have to worry about accidentally slipping and cutting half of your lip off or anything. You can trim that, follow that right around both sides. Cut right through that cartilage. Get your fingers in there and just pull it. That's it. Take your ears, tuck them right inside that neck. Take your face, protect that nose, shove it right inside that neck. And roll it right up. The beauty of hair is that it insulates so well. That'll keep like that for 5 years. Always get a glove.
Well, you're going to want to remember that little tidbit of information for the future, and Aaron's going to tell you what's going on next.
Next, we're going to jump in the stand with Mike Bleise. Wasn't very long before he got in the stand, or after he got in the stand, he was covered up with does. Let's go see what he's seeing.
Alright, we're back here in the stand. Alyssa and I sat here last night and had a really fun hunt. We saw, I think 8 deer, but they were all over the place all night. I tried pulling back 2 different times, but all of them, every deer we saw last night, they were really skittish. All of them ran in. They were all sprinting when we first saw them, and ran past us or ran underneath us or ran in and then walked past us. They were always had their noses up, always looking around. They were really skittish. So I tried pulling back twice, and I didn't even get past halfway and spooked him. Wish me luck. If it was anything like last night, you're in for a treat, so let's get her done. That's exciting. That's exciting. That was a fun hunt. Okay. Here's the arrow. Blood looks really good. Nocturnal's lit right up. That's a good sign. I like that good red blood. Beautiful. Don't imagine she went too awfully far. Okay, again, when I was in the tree stand, I lost sight of her. She ran off, and I didn't see her. I didn't hear her crash or anything. But there's still a lot of light, and I mean, like I said, there's still another 45 minutes left of light. So I thought I would do a little bit of tracking. So I just found a blood trail and started walking it. And what do you know? There she is. Well, here she is. We found her. It didn't take nearly as long as I thought it might take. Like I said, when I was in the tree, I didn't see her fall, and I didn't hear her crash. So I thought we'd be doing a little bit of tracking, but since there was quite a bit of light left, I decided, well, I'll just follow a blood trail as far as I can follow it, because I thought I put a really good shot on her. It looked good on camera. I felt confident at the time when I shot, so I followed the blood trail, and sure enough, she only ran 35-40 yards. She was just out of my field of vision, so it was a really good hunt. It was fun. She's a pretty good sized doe too. I was happy when I found her. She's a mature deer, and that's what we're looking for. So I really couldn't be happier in this situation. It's awesome.
Well, that was a very well placed shot from Michael, and Aaron's going to tell you what's coming up next week.
Alright, well, we're going to put you back in the stand with Aaron Gottleber. Puts down a nice 8-point. Not the biggest buck, but for the land with not a lot of people doing deer management in Michigan, he did a pretty good job. Late in the day, he held her out and made it work. And we're also going to take you out with Jeff Sharon, another pro staffer, as he does a little doe management on his property. And it was interesting. It'll keep you on the edge of your seat, so stick with us.
Well, just wrapping up this morning's hunt. Want to recognize today that is Veterans Day, and we have some buddies over serving in Korea, and they tune into our show every week, and I just want to give them a shout out and say thanks for doing everything over there for us. We wouldn't be doing what we are here today if it wasn't for you guys, so I want to say thank you, and God bless, and come home safe.